What's up, guys? My name is Spartan, and this is episode 28 of my Tour My Tower video series. This is a video series where I go through the ins and outs of my tower, show you guys the different moves that we're making, the different upgrades that we're doing, etc. So, we have a very exciting episode for you guys today for a few reasons. First and foremost, I got a new microphone, so hopefully you guys can enjoy that. I recently got a new microphone, so I figured it's about time, especially with Black Friday here, that I now upgrade my content a little bit. And anyway, with that, let's go ahead and dive into the contents of today's video. Let's go ahead and actually start in the stats page. Alright guys, so you can see we are now at 4.82 big Q lifetime coins. That is quintillion lifetime coins. Things have been going pretty crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You guys can see we've pretty much still to this day been farming tier 15. We're getting very close to the 50 quadrillion coins per run mark, and things have been going pretty dang good. But with that, let's go ahead and dive into the workshop. Alright, so within the workshop, a few things have kind of changed here. Nothing really within like my basic farming setup. I'm farming at minimum range. I'm using black hole digesters so that the range gets locked. And one thing that is a little bit different is I actually am using my free upgrade mastery to lock the bounce shot range. The reason being really just comes down to the bounce shots. The more range I have, kind of the worse my performance goes in terms of coins. And the reason for that is because my black holes. If my bounce shots are too high, it can easily hit other enemies outside of my black hole and keep them from getting inside of the coin multiplier. So for that reason, I just have bounce shot range locked. Moving on to the defense upgrades, nothing's really changed here. I just have kind of the normal stuff here. Nothing in landmines is maxed because it just gets maxed super quick during the run. Then my shockwave size, I've actually been meaning to do this. I'm going to upgrade it to 1.5. And I think that that's going to be pretty good. I also do have this locked with the free upgrade card mastery. Moving on to the utility upgrades, you can see things are going pretty good here. By default, I have enough levels in my enemy health level skips to instantly get 50% upon the run starting. And what that looks like level-wise is 531 levels. That gets me just over 50% with my current enhancement levels and lab levels. Speaking of enhancement levels, let's go ahead and check those out really quickly. You can see we've got the damage in a pretty good spot. All of our damage stuff has slowly but surely been improving. And again, I'm trying to just keep crit factor slightly higher than these two. Under the defense enhancements, you can see I just kind of have a baseline in health and wall health and regen. And then I've got quite a bit involved in orb size. Orb size has actually been really good. And I'll get to that in a little bit. And now moving on to the utility upgrades, you can see the cash bonus is still 1.6. The coin bonus is now 1.69. And the sell bonus is 1.63. My enemy level skips and my free upgrades, I've kind of just slowly been upgrading, but you can see these get really expensive. In theory, I would love to get this even higher, but it's just, you can see it's absolutely outrageously expensive. Now moving on to the ultimate weapons, let's check these out. Not a whole lot has changed here, but I did do quite a bit of investment into smart missiles. You can see I got the cooldown down to 30 seconds, the damage is now decently high, and the quantity is 12. In addition to that, nothing's really changed in terms of my death wave or chrono field. I still have one more click that I could do in Golden Combo, and, you know, we'll get to that someday. That's all I'm going to say about that. In terms of Poison Swamp, we have a permanent Poison Swamp, which is awesome. It's really good. Black Hole is 33 second duration, 60 meter size. Not bad. And then last but not least, Spotlight. You know, obviously I could use like more angle, maybe a little bit more bonus, but Spotlight's in a pretty good spot for the meantime. And with that, that's actually going to cover the workshop. Let's go ahead and dive into the cards. Alright, so within the cards, here's what we got going on. Here's what we got. We have picked up, I believe, 2 card slots since last video. It's either 1 or 2 card slots, and I've done that with keys in the vault. I have not saved up gems. Because for those of you that have been around a little bit, you would know that I absolutely suck at saving up my gems. So, it is what it is. Anyway, one thing that may look a little bit new is actually this guy. We went ahead and picked up Extra Orb Mastery. So things are going pretty good. I'm working on the lab levels for that currently. And I think it's gonna really boost my coin income, especially since I have put a few more coins into the orb size. In addition to that, we recently picked up Wave Skip Mastery, as you guys know, and this has been really good in terms of my econ. Prior to getting this, my coins per hour was around like 8 quadrillion, and now it is getting into the 9s and kind of getting close to the 10s. I, without a doubt, think that once I finish maxing this and also max the extra orb mastery, I'm going to be well in the 10s, maybe 12 quadrillion per hour, which is super exciting. This is the last really big part of econ that I'm going to be focusing on for the meantime. And after this, I think my next goal in terms of mastery is going to be either Berserker Mastery, which would be really good, but relies on Death Defies to really be effective, or I would love to get Ultimate Crit Mastery. This one would be a little bit less of an overall boost, but it would potentially be a lot more consistent because I wouldn't have to rely on Death Defies. So both of these are definitely on my wish list. These are things that I would love to get. Likewise, I would love to get Energy Net Mastery. I think Energy Net Mastery would also be pretty good because a lot of the times what I'm dying to is actually boss enemies. But with that, in terms of the gems, I would love to get at least one more card slot, preferably like two or three. Honestly, cards, I just need more card slots. There's so many good cards and I can't use them all. But yeah, with that, that's actually going to wrap up the cards. Let's go ahead and talk about the modules. Alright guys, so here are the modules. We still have kind of the normal farming setup here. One thing that is different that I'm very excited about is we actually picked up a 5-star Amplifying Strike. I got the very last one that I needed for 5-star, and funny enough, I'll just show you guys my history briefly here. So we got this Amplifying Strike right here, and then I did one more 10 pull and we got a second Amplifying Strike, which means that I had to actually shatter it. When you shatter a natural epic module, you get 2,000 shards, which is fantastic. It's really good. But obviously, I hate to see that happen, and you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. In terms of other modules that we've recently picked up, we got another restorative bonus, which I believe gave us a 2-star. We also got another Primordial Collapse, which I think also gave us a 2-star. If not, we are one off of that. We got an Anti-Cube Portal, and we got another restorative bonus. The luck has been pretty dang good. In the past 150 pulls, I've gotten 7 epics, which is really good, well above average. And really quickly, I'm actually going to try to roll some stuff for my Multiverse Nexus. I would love to see a Death Wave cooldown Ancestral or a Chronofield speed reduction, so wish me luck, guys. And of course, we're not actually going to get it, but that's okay. We are still just throwing reroll shards at this. It is what it is. While we're in here, you always want to make sure that you check your levels and make sure that you have enough to kind of, if you have an upgrade available, especially in the generator category, you want to be sure to do that. That's actually going to cover it, I think, for the modules. Let's go ahead and talk about the labs. All right, guys, so this is what we got going on within the labs. First and foremost, I'm just going ahead and maxing out enemy attack level skips. It's needed to be done for quite a while, and I'm kind of just like, screw it, let's get it done. Likewise, we have Missile Amplifier. This is the last big Smart Missile lab that I need to do. This one will make my Smart Missiles just a little bit beefier, and I think it'll be pretty good. In Lab 3, we have Battle Condition Reduction. This one is so expensive, but super valuable. I've gotten a lot of good gains from this lab alone, and I hope that I have enough coins coming in that I can continuously just max this. As you can see, there's 20 days left on the time, so it's going to take a minute regardless, but it is what it is. Then next, we have Extra Orb Mastery. This one, I'm 100% just going to take to max. Don't even care how long it takes. I'm just going to max this thing out. Then last but not least, we have Wave Skip Mastery. Same kind of concept, just going to go ahead and try to max it out. In terms of my history, I'll just show you guys here what we've been doing. Again, we finished out Spotlight Missiles, actually, kind of just to help me out with these Smart Missiles. I believe that since I'm now putting all of this investment into Smart Missiles, this lab being completed will actually be to my benefit. We put a few levels into like Poison Swamp labs. I've got Stun above 50% now. I have Swamp Radius pretty decent. I've also been working on the Swamp Stun time. Different things like that, really just trying to hone into the things that will help beef up and make my glass cannon strategy more reliable. We got wave skip mastery in here. I think I did like a level of attack speed here and there. I did a couple levels of recharge nuke. I would love to finish that at some point, but honestly, you know, it is what it is. I don't even have card slots to put this in my farming setup, even if I wanted it. But the point is, a lot of stuff is happening. And that's actually going to wrap it up for the labs. Let's go ahead and talk about the tournaments. Alright, so within the tournaments, we are still in Legends League. Things are going good. Things are going great. Let's go ahead and check out the battle history here. Alright, so Legends tournaments. We did a Legends League tournament a couple days ago now, and we actually were able to pick up 1,587 waves and finish at rank 7. That entitled us to 8 keys, and really good. Really good. You can see previously, the rankings have not been super great. I got something pretty comparable in terms of waves, and I got rank 12 instead, so, you know, the luck of the bracket is definitely a real thing, but it is getting more and more competitive, and it's getting harder and harder to really compete for some of these higher rankings. That being said, like I mentioned, we were able to get 8 keys and some good stones and gems. Things are going good. In terms of the vault, we have a few different options here. I could go ahead and get this first level of nuke automation. That would be good once I get enough card slots to actually use nuke to farm with, but we're not quite there. This would be really nice, getting the add gem stack. This would actually be really nice so that I don't have to continuously set a timer to collect my gems. I've done it so long it might be weird, and I'll probably still set a timer and just forget that I did this, but it's okay. Another thing that would be pretty nice to get is actually the auto restart run. This would be a big quality of life thing for me, just so that, again, I don't have any missed time between farming runs. This would be honestly really good. And last but not least, the other big priority for me is going to be definitely the damage slider. The damage slider would be really valuable for me. I would love to get some more card slots, like there's this one for 25 keys, but honestly, I don't know, it's just starting to get pretty expensive. Likewise, it would be really great to get the last level of the workshop respec discount so that I could eventually work towards the workshop presets. That would also be a huge quality of life thing for me. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. And with that, that's actually going to wrap it up for the tournaments. I guess we can briefly just kind of talk about the bots here, so we can do that really quickly. I think for future episodes of Tour My Tower, I'm probably going to stop doing the guilds and the events, just because, like, there's not much to say here. It's like, yeah, I bought the themes, I have all the songs, and I put the rest into Golden Bot. That's basically it. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I just don't think it really brings a lot of value to this particular video series, so I think I'm probably going to stop this in the future videos. Similar thing within the guilds, like, as soon as a new guild season starts, I'll probably include it just for the sake of being like, hey, if you're EHP, get this relic, it's really good. You know, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think I really need to say the same thing every single video. But in terms of my Golden Bot, I have a few more clicks, I believe, into Golden Bot bonus, and then that will be fully gold boxed. Then after that, you know what time it is. Time to work on Golden Bot duration. And anyway, guys, that is actually going to conclude the contents of this episode of Tour My Tower. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you stayed around until this point, thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. For those of you that have been sending me a lot of support and love regarding the twins and my wife, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. My wife is doing great. She is progressing as normal. The twins are also steadily improving, so things are definitely moving the right direction. My wife gave me permission to come home and record a few videos, so here we go. I'm going to try to stay as consistent as possible, but obviously, as you guys know, my main priority for the meantime is going to be being with my family. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to talk your head off any longer. That is all I have for today. But thank you guys so much for watching, and like always, I will see you guys later.